Hello and welcome to today's video. If you don't know me, I'm Emily. I'm a clay artist living in Montreal, Canada. Today I'm showing you how I prepare for my art fairs. I often participate in art fairs around my city here in Montreal, and I have a loose routine that I follow when preparing for these art fairs. I usually do my work at night and on weekends, as I do have a 9 to 5 and I have to work outside of that time. I'm gonna have dinner first and I'm gonna meet you in my studio. See you there! Good evening. This is my art market prep area. Often you'll see me in videos in my living room where I like to film because the light is much better than here. But this is the most ergonomic place for me to make my clay friends. So first step is I make a checklist of all the things that I want to do. 4 strawberry keycaps, 6 baguette seals, 8 pairs of earrings, etc. I make a list like that in my notes, and that way I know exactly what I have to make for my prep. Second thing that I do is I do everything in batches. If I'm making blue blowfish earrings, I will start with that and I will make all of them. So if I wanted to make 6 pairs, I make 6 and then I move on to the next thing. That way it makes sure that I complete everything on my list, and also it makes it easier for cleanup. One issue that you have when you're working with polymer clay is that it does end up leaving the color of the clay on your hand. So as soon as you're doing one thing that's one color and then another thing that's another color, you end up staining your hands and potentially staining your next batch of clay. You can always clean it, of course, with rubbing alcohol, but it just makes for more work. So I like to do things in a way that keeps things clean as much as possible. Once I'm done with one batch, I put it on my tray ready for the oven, and then I start with my next batch. As you see here, I have some peach earrings that are ready to be completed, and I will finish those before I go on to anything else. First, I'm gonna make a tea, of course. So as you can see, I planned out all of the little leaf parts here, and that's for the phone charms over there. I'm just putting the leaves on, and I'm gonna do the little lines in the leaves. Yeah, but I did think the trim and the ceiling, almost like having a roller wheel. So I broke my own rule about starting a batch and finishing it from A to Z because I started making the leaves for the strawberry keycaps that I have. But I think it's okay because it's the same color as the leaves on the peaches. Judge me in the comments, it's fine. I like the effect a lot. Effect 10 out of 10. I'm curious how I will look back on this chapter that I'm closing. You can sit in that corner if you're little girl. I'm finally done making everything. I'm so happy. I spent the last week making a bunch of stuff, and this is my final batch. So I'm just gonna clean off the dust with some rubbing alcohol, put everything on my tray, and put it in the oven. I'll do the glazing tomorrow morning, and I'll bring you along for that too. Good morning. This is what we look like. I have to be at my art fair in 2 hours and I still have to glaze my peaches. The strawberries died, so yeah, they melted. The keycap melted, and they said it would be PBT keycaps, and I don't think it is because PBT would not melt. I'm gonna make myself some eggs and tea, and then I'm going to finish glazing everything. Time to resin everything. Okay, I have to be at my art fair in about an hour and a half, so I'm gonna go take a shower and get ready, and we're gonna head out the door. Here we are on the floor of my kitchen. I am getting ready to leave. I've got everything I need in my suitcase. If you want to know what I put in my suitcase, go check my Instagram. I did a little reel about that. I finished everything that I needed to finish, and everything is in all of my bags. I'm gonna head out soon, but first, of course, let me show you what I made for this art market. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the video. I will make more process and prep videos, I think, in the future. It's a good example for anyone who's starting, you know, and also just to give you a feel of what the experience is like when you have a job and you also have a small business. See you next time. Bye.